Protests in Hampton. Hampton Institute in Virginia, the school from which Mary Jackson graduated, was the first school outside of North Carolina to organize a sit-in. The college had a direct link to the civil rights movement. 5 years before, Rosa Parks, a seamstress in Montgomery, Alabama, had refused to give her seat on a city bus to a white man, triggering a bus boycott led by Martin Luther King Jr. Parks received death threats, and she and her husband were fired from their jobs in Alabama. The president of Hampton Institute offered Parks a job working as a hostess at the university's faculty dining room. She accepted, and she worked there from 1957 to 1958. When the sit-ins came to Hampton years later, Christine Mann, who had left her home in North Carolina behind to attend college in Virginia, was an 18-year-old junior. She wanted to pursue a career in the sciences, but her father insisted that she also earn a teaching certificate as a backup plan in case she had trouble finding work. In addition to taking courses in math and physics, Christine became involved in the civil rights movement. In protests that resembled those in Greensboro, Christine and some of her classmates marched to the lunch counter at the local drugstore in downtown Hampton. They tried to order food, but the attendants at the counter refused to serve them, so they then sat reading or working on homework assignments. They were quietly protesting. When they refused to leave, the owner shut down the store in the middle of the afternoon. The next month, 500 students staged a peaceful protest in downtown Hampton. "We want to be treated as American citizens," said the outspoken leaders of the student movement. "If this means integration in all areas of life, then that is what we want." The Hampton Institute campus was alive with the possibility of significant social change. Christine also joined voter registration drives, walking door to door in black neighborhoods, urging residents to register to vote in the November 1960 elections. A rumor circulated on campus that the astronauts supported the student protests. The astronauts represented mainstream America. The very idea that those buzz-cut middle-American men were standing with the student activists, adding their voices to the call for equal opportunity for all Americans, was thrilling. It didn't matter if it was true. It inspired them either way.